Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem's game of Fallout 2D20 system. It never fucking changes. I am your overseer for this evening, Michelle, and joining me are our players. We have Lavaita in the down there somewhere. We have Tim, who is also down there somewhere, and we have Vincent and Catherine, who are there somewhere. Say hello, people who are there and there.
Hello, people who are there and there.
There and there.
The joke is not old. It is not old. So,
It helps if I'm not muted, though.
So we left last week as the group had been led into a dark and dingy floor of the Monofonto Towers, the group of former tenement buildings in old-time Boston before the bombs fell, and is now the home of a community of people that follow one and a bit rules. The rules are: if you step up to someone and you lose, it's over. And another rule that Freddy, the only person who has spent any significant time in this location, hasn't been made aware of yet. So, before we join our players in the middle of their fight for survival with someone who appears to be very familiar with Augusta, we're going to flash back to when our gang entered Monofonto Towers, and they are walking across the courtyard, talking to a super mutant called Zeb, a gun runner. They are catching up. Zeb is trying to fill them in on what has been going on in the area. But across the courtyard, there's a man, fairly young man, and he spots the group. And he doesn't believe his eyes for a second. Then he looks down and he has a think for about 30 seconds. Then he nods to himself going, yeah, all right. So, and then he talks to his friends around him, and they all look a bit put out, but then they all hand him a significant amount of caps, and he runs into the main Monofonto Towers building. At the top of Monofonto Towers, on the roof, this man is talking to two people who operate the lift. The lift is operated manually in that it is on a big fat cable that is pulled up and down by about 50 people on the rooftop. 24 hours a day, sleeping in shifts, paid very well for their work. And the man is now paying two of them all of the caps he just collected from his friends. He then tells them to take him down to a very dark and dingy floor in the middle of Monofonto Towers, where his friends have arrived, and they hand him a gas mask and a bottle with a rag poking out of the top. And we cut back to where we cut last week, and that man has now removed his gas mask and he is screaming at Augusta. You took everything from me. Now I'm going to take everything from you. And he fires a shot. Players, I know that on the turn order, Carl is technically first, but I'm thinking, for this, I'm essentially rebooting the combat. Nobody's hit points have changed. Nobody's items they've used have changed. Nobody's abilities that are limited on my side have changed the number. But I figured it would just be easier to sort of restart initiative. So it will go Jacob first, then Carl, and then the proper order. So, floorboss. Oh, wrong. Roll 20. Ignore that. There's the map. I'm just going to clean that up. There we go.
Michelle, just to alert you, I think the audience can see more than we're supposed to be able to see.
That's fine. Shh, don't tell him.
Which means we are
I know
able to
what
see
happened.
more than we.
Yeah, you grabbed the wrong user.
You good people watching got more info about what was going on than we did there.
Lucky you.
Yeah, well, you know, like in a video game, if you open the source code somehow and you get loads of like junk code that like was going to be in the game at one point but then wasn't, the audience just saw a whole bunch of that and they probably won't understand any of it. So yeah, if you watch back the VOD at some point, if I ever get around to actually, you know, remembering to do that, you're not going to learn anything. So that's all fine. All right, back to what I was doing. Jacob, the boss of the floor, self-proclaimed title, pulls out his hunting rifle from behind him and takes a shot at Augusta. And he misses. He required 2 hits because he is firing a medium-range weapon at a... Oh, no! No, wait, that's a hit. Yeah, because medium range means the next thing. Close range is the same zone. So yeah, that is a hit. And Lavaita, before any discounts because of your power armor, you take 4 physical damage, which I imagine your power armor will swallow almost all of it.
Are we still torso based with the damage?
No, and he doesn't have a Pip-Boy, so let me do a roll and I will be able to tell you very quickly where he hits you. Screen, body parts. Yeah, I highly recommend people make your own DM screen.
Left arm. It's on the character sheet.
Oh yeah, that's just quicker than my sheet then. Me talking up my sheet that I made myself and you beat me to it. Fair enough. Okay. And at that point, he shoots. I'm assuming the bullet pings off your armor and doesn't just do much damage, if any at all. And he just yells out in frustration and runs at you. So... Boom. He's standing right next to you. He is at reaching, grabbing range at this point. Carl.
Someone in power armor. Nice work.
Carl, it's your go.
All right. Well,
You are still currently in a burning apartment. There are currently fires in apartment 45, and there is a fire in hallway 3. Because you tried to throw a grenade, and it went too far and started a fire at the end of the hallway.
Well, I'm not concerned about the fire in hallway 3 currently. What can I do to put out the fire in apartment 45? Because that's a problem.
Okay, give me a... Ooh. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, give me a perception survival check, DC 1.
All right.
You are currently in the bathroom.
Yeah. Let's see here. I have General Isaacs with me. Can they assist?
Let me just double check.
That should be the only thing they can do, if I remember correct.
My screen is not necessarily any faster than searching for companion in the rulebook. ABC. That is not how companions and followers work. They can they do not have an initiative score. They act immediately before or after the PC that controls them. So when I say it's your turn, you can start with your companion or follower, or you can do it after you've done your character's stuff. They automatically perform any minor actions needed to keep up with the player character that commands them or to follow an order issued. Action points do not need to be spent for the NPC to perform these minor actions. An NPC may not take any major action other than assist without being commanded to do so. Commanding is an NPC to take a major action as itself a major action. So they can assist. I was wrong. They can assist you. That is the only thing, as Catherine pointed out like 10 minutes ago when I started talking. Sorry. Yeah.
And we decided an in-game rule last time that said they can defend themselves if attacked, right?
Yes.
Yes. They can, if they are attacked, they can respond. But I decided to raise the difficulty of that by 1 point just because they've just been attacked. They've just been hurt. Then
Okay. Moving on. What do they do with the assist? Do I get an extra die? Do I need to make a roll for them?
You can, if used before acting this round, a player can delay their turn to give assistance to another character on that character's turn. So, General Isaacs can give up their turn and assist you. Throw in an extra dice into one of your rolls.
Okay, cool. We will do that. 3d20 for perception survival. Let's go. How many successes needed?
Holy,
Yeah.
Nice.
he got 4.
You see a fire extinguisher in apartment 45 on the other side of the room, across away from the fire.
Across from the fire.
Yeah, there's a fire extinguisher, then the fire, then the doorway to the bathroom where you are standing, and then you in the bathroom. Basically, I keep doing that, going to the wrong one. There's the fire extinguisher. There's the fire.
Okay.
So it's behind the fire.
I'm going to shoot that fire extinguisher so it bursts out on the apartment in a truly cinematic way and puts the fire out.
Okay. Let me think how this is going to work. All right. First, you need to roll to hit it. Now, there's a fire in the way. So I'm going to say you need to do 2 successes to hit this fire extinguisher. It is a red thing behind a flame. There is smoke in the air. And, yeah. It's not the best location.
Okay, so 2 successes needed?
Yes.
I will buy an extra die for that.
Okay, that means your action points are...
He just had a bunch of successes.
So I'm going to shove 3 of those back
right.
into action pool.
You hit. And you somehow manage, with your arrow, flying through the fire too fast to burn itself. And the arrowheads that you put together last time you were there whittling away pierce the fire extinguisher. And it starts to spray out what doesn't look like water to you. It looks more like a foam. And it starts to land on the fire, but it does not immediately put the fire out. Because it's just like a spurt. It's a psss.
Yeah. Okay.
But
cool.
it's a start. So you... General Isaac's assisted you once, so she's done. Sniff could do minor actions. Carl, you can do minor actions. Or you can end your turn.
Well, since I don't want to run through the fire, I'm just going to end my turn there.
Smart. Okay. So next up, it is floorboss, aka Jacob. Who is going to attempt to hit Lavaita, Augusta in the face with the butt of his hunting rifle. And that's going to come up as unarmed attack. But it isn't. No, wrong one. Sorry, right. What's your armor rating? Your defense number, sorry?
For which part?
It just says defense. It's above your physical damage
I'm
rating.
just rearranging my many windows. Just above. Defense.
Left of, right of the head.
Yeah, I'm just 1, it says, which feels a little tad low, but that's what the number is.
Your armor should be more than that.
I think so. I think we didn't update that when I put the power armor on.
Okay, let me...
Because we updated all the individual DRs.
Power of armor.
Or is it...
There we go. You are wearing T45 power armor. It says your DR isn't affected.
That feels a tad mean, but okay.
Which kind of makes sense because damage...
Yeah, I can still get damage myself if something sticks in the power armor, I guess.
Your defense... Basically, your defense is the number that of successes that someone needs to hit you. And
no wonder I'm such a magnet.
You are 7 feet tall. You are like 2.5 feet wide. And
in the power armor,
I think that makes sense mechanically why you would still be quite easy to hit.
Yeah, but I think I want to make a note to double check that 1 is accurate for later on when I'm not in the power armor, because I'm meant to be a little bit stealthy because it's not at all massive usually, but that's not important right now.
You take 3 physical damage to your 9. Let's see if I can beat the players this time.
Left
arm again, boss.
Right, you go. So he tries to hit with your head, but he stumbles a little bit and just tags your arm a little bit for a couple of points of damage. And at this point he is screaming and he is crying. And he's going to stay there. So next it is... Ooh. Floor Psychos. His buddies. Floor Psycho 2 is going to try and shoot Jade with his double-barreled shotgun. He misses. Floor Psycho is going to try and shoot Jade also because he is at the front. And Jade, you are... Ooh, I can open your character sheet just by clicking on the thing. That's cool. Yeah, Jade, you are hit. Let's roll some damage. Ooh, spread and vicious. Ooh, this isn't going to be pretty. So...
Just don't hit me in the head, please.
That was 6 damage, by the way. I'm just trying to say it out loud for
Yeah.
the audience.
I was going to go through them, just making sure, because it's not just 6 damage to Jade.
Oh, right, yes. Because it's spread and vicious, as you said.
I figure Freddy, possibly Augusta.
Okay,
I'm so glad I'm trapped in the apartment now.
there was one
Be on fire. We should all be trapped in apartments that are on fire. That's obviously the better place to be.
One effect rolled. They were both shooting in the direction of Jade. They were almost certainly not trying to shoot their friend. So Freddy, you're up. You got hit. And you take half of that damage. But because it is vicious, the damage is increased 1. So it is actually 7 damage to Jade.
Minus armor,
Minus armor
right?
stuff, yeah.
Okay.
And 4 to Freddy. Let me roll for some locations. That's Jade's location.
Head.
That's Freddy's location. Jade, 10. Freddy, 13.
I get hit in my right arm, makes sense, since that would be somewhat the side towards him.
Ouch.
Yep, you are left arm, Jade. Left arm. I found it. I found my hit location tables. But
If that happens again, you are losing your healer.
I'm losing my what?
It was
Healer.
for the rest of the group. If that happens again, you are losing your healer.
Okay.
On your turn, make sure you take a stim pack.
Next up, it is Freddy.
Freddy's going to just reach over in front of Augusta and pull the trigger.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That is a hit.
Can I take a die, or does he need 2 to hit him? I don't know what he needs to hit.
Oh, no, you've hit him. You've hit him with 1.
Michelle?
Michelle, you're muted, I think.
You've hit him. You have absolutely hit him.
Okay. Okay.
You know what?
Why didn't it roll damage is my thing. Submit. No. Okay, there it is.
Okay, 6 energy damage.
Or physical, whichever one he's more
I'm
susceptible to.
assuming you were aiming for the head.
Oh, yeah, he's just like headshot. From him, it's a little upreach, though. He's short, so...
You have a Pip Boy. 1, 2, 3,
Of course.
4, 5, 6. He takes a shot to the head. And he's still alive. He looks down for a second, looks at you, Freddy, touches his head, which is now profusely bleeding, and is severely burned, but still intact. Maybe that was a duff shot. I don't know. But he is still alive and still pounding on Augusta's power armor. Would you like to do any minor actions or have your...
Yep, I am going to yell at Mikey. Mikey, get your ass in this room, and he's going to step back into that room. Also,
Ooh. Okay, let's reveal that room.
and how many minor actions can he take?
1, the movement.
Okay.
Mikey J can take as many as he wants to get close to you or keep up to you. So he could run and sprint into the room with you if you so chose.
That is what I am choosing to do because he was also shot and injured last time.
Smart. So
This way I figure I can have cover to shoot out from inside the room if need be.
you do. You now have cover. You have 2 cover, meaning that removes 2 damage, I believe, from any hits, from any... Oh, wait. Is that how cover works? I think I might be getting my games mixed up. 1 second. Cover.
That's my problem, reading too many games. or having played in, or currently playing in.
Oh, I need fights. Where's my fight stuff?
We can worry about it later, but that's Freddy's
Yeah.
action as far as that.
Yep, you're quite right. Fair enough. Okay, so next it is Augusta. You have a crying, screaming man who's claiming that you killed his father.
And I'm not sure Augusta entirely understands the details. It's entirely possible that she did, although the stuff I know about it is probable that she didn't, but she was with the group of people who did.
Yeah, you vaguely recognise him as the Overseer's son.
I'm not sure if the Overseer would have had their own children in amongst the people in that vault.
Well, for the purposes of right now, he did.
Okay. I'm going to have to go with the Switchblade, I think.
All right. Take your best shot. That's a hit. You don't have a Pip-Boy at the moment. That is, you need to repair yours, but you are in power armor, so pick a location.
The power armor's helping.
Yeah, so you get to pick a location for free.
Head, I guess, where the burn bits.
All right. Roll for damage.
That's 4 physical damage. Piercing, 1.
His head is unarmored.
It's amazing he recognized me with the power armor on, to be honest.
He knows the rest of the group you were traveling with.
Clearly.
My favourite thing. You know what? I'm going to say that he recognised you downstairs when he saw your helmet was off for some reason. There we go. That'll do. Jade, your go. Oh, unless you want to do any minor actions, Augusta, or order around Olivia. No, not Olivia. Very much not Olivia. Miss Nanny.
I mean, the ordering around would be different for Olivia, but no, I'm going to leave Miss Nanny to it for now.
Also, I'm going to remind you, as an assist, Miss Nanny is good in a fight.
I know. That's why I'm saving her.
You at fighting. You're better at her than like thinking and doing things that aren't fighting. So everything else.
Might have Miss Nanny attack from the other side, actually.
All right. Well,
I'm just imagining Miss Nanny going, well, you watch out, dear. You behave. Now, come on. You don't hit her.
Miss Nanny,
all the while.
Miss Nanny has been asking you throughout the fight, saying, hey, looks like you're playing rough and tumble. Do you need a hand? Do you need calming down?
A little help would be good, please.
Absolutely. And let me just double check what weapons Miss Nanny has, because I did make her quite a while ago. Her buzzsaw starts to roar, and the flamethrower on the end of her third leg bursts out. It's a little bit of flame. A little bit. This is a robot that was made by General Atomics to look after children, people. This is what the Fallout universe is. Jade, it is your go. You are there with Olivia, who is standing behind you and just says, why? Who? What? What? This is the second fight she's been in her life, and also the second fight she's been in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. I think Jade will probably just say follow, just to have her close, and going for this floor Psycho 1, because that will open up for the floorboss, and Psycho 2 for Freddy to hit easier. Okay. And they both shot at him, so...
Make your rolls.
Yes. Let's see. This one.
Yeah, you hit. You absolutely.
That is 1 success.
Yep, you hit. Oh, you hit. Yes. I need to get in the habit of asking people to do this before they hit, but choose the location.
Well, hit, I suppose, since we have the Pip-Boy, so we...
You do have a Pip-Boy, which means that you can choose for free where to
Yeah.
hit. Roll
So,
for damage.
Damage. 4 physical.
You hit. Pwang! He backs away, stumbles, just goes like, "What the fuck? Jacob, this better be worth it." And yeah, so you've got a minor action if you want.
Just to... When he says that, Jade will say, "It probably isn't." And that's...
Fair enough. You know
Yep,
what we're going to
that's
do?
it.
He's just been hit in the head by a super mutant in a burning flat. In a burning apartment. Floor of surrounded by apartments. And he is now outnumbered. So, Jade, because you said that, I would like you to roll charisma speech. Just to see how effective your argument you just made was. And I'm not going to tell you what the DC is, because this is going to be a bit of a range. What happens depends on the number of successes you roll. But there's no target, exactly.
Oops. That went bad.
That was a fail with a critical, or whatever you call it,
A complication.
Yeah.
patient in this game.
The complication, well, it plays out like this. He looks up at you, and he starts to claw off his. He starts to claw off his trousers, and he throws them away, and yells at you, "I'm gonna eat your insides, mutant, so I can swallow your power." Ah! And he's not going to focus on you entirely for the rest of the fight. That's a complication. He's going to see you dead. Carl, it's your go.
Okay. Has the fire gone out from the ruptured fire extinguisher yet?
Not yet. The fire is too big for the spurt of the fire extinguisher to do much at this point.
Would it leave a trail between where he shot it from through the fire, so maybe he could run at it and grab it?
Not
Suggestion.
really. We're looking at, like, imagine if somebody was running a quite high pressure tap on a burning room.
Hey, I'm just happy a 200-year-old fire hydrant works with foam or whatever.
Right.
I don't know if you would describe this as working, but I see your point.
Okay, so second question then. Is the fire spreading?
Well, every round in this is a few seconds. So at this point, it's caught on some curtains. It has spread a little bit. It's not catching... In another, like, 3 rounds, maybe, it would probably start to spread into other rooms, maybe.
Okay.
Because the rounds are really quick. So, you know.
Well, shit. So, essentially what I can do to put the fire out now is to take a piss at it.
Okay.
Throw the mattress on, try to smother it.
I'm going to say that is a major action because you are essentially, whatever equipment Carl has, you're going to be getting that out and aiming it at a burning room. So I'd say that's a major action. And what should you roll?
Is there options maybe to smother the fire, or at least enough to get out of the room with a blanket or something other than peeing on it?
Currently, you are in
Well,
an old, decrepit bathroom. There is very little in here except like a rusted bathtub, a rusted sink, what may have been a toilet at some point, but is now basically a bunch of very dirty sort of ceramic.
I'm trying to help Carl there, so I'm just suggest. Did he try the faucet? So
I'd say that trying to force it or anything while interacting with the room is a minor action.
All right, I'll try. We'll try. I'll try to turn the faucet on. See what happens.
There's a gurgle, and then water runs out of it.
All right. General Isaacs, start scooping water on the fire. And we just start throwing water into the burning room.
Okay, I'm going to add General Isaacs. That is a minor action. I think that she can do that. I don't think that's necessarily going to become a major action because she's not getting out her equipment, like her genital equipment, to piss on the fire. So I think that's fair. So yeah, now the it's essentially like running 2 taps on a burning room is what you're doing now. Yeah, so you've done... Yeah, you've still got a major action.
Well, I'll use that major action to throw some more water on the fire.
Okay. You are
would you
throwing
have a
some
container
water
or
on the
something
fire.
to make a larger amount at once? Just thinking out loud for you.
Sorry, what was that?
A container to more than a handful. You're scooping water like this. I'm figuring with your hands.
Yeah.
Large container, or as suggested in chat, soak some of your clothing or something in and run through.
Oh yeah, so they did. Yeah, we can try that. Try to get soaked for the next turn, so we can run through.
Okay, that is going to be a major action because you are essentially taking a shower out of a sink. I say to succeed that takes up your entire major action in there and then. So now we're going to go and get back to Jacob, who pulls out a frag grenade and he pulls the pin and he holds it, screaming, "I'm taking you down. I'm taking you down right now." And it's going to take a few seconds for that to go off. So next it's going to be the floor psychos. Floor Psycho 2, you are going to go after... Well, Freddy and Mikey J are gone. Augusta... No, actually. Floor Psycho sees what Jacob is doing and yells, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Jacob says nothing in response. And Floor Psycho is going to do a test of his nerve. We'll do the roll. There we go. Yeah. He bolts. He's going to run away from the crazy person he thought of as a slightly unhinged friend and run. Very smart. Floor Psycho 1, however, is not because of the complication. He is fixated on Jade and is going to kill him. So,
Hopefully only try.
yep, he is going to try and cut up Jade with his machete. And misses spectacularly because he is still screaming in his outrage at the idea that this super mutant would know anything about what is worth it to him. Okay, so Freddy, it's your go. And because I know you, Freddy, I have a feeling I know what you're going to ask. And if you wanted to search the room, you can do that.
Not at this time, but it is a point that will be made. There's somebody with a grenade. First thing he's going to do is yell "grenade" as he hits himself with a stim pack because he was hit pretty good earlier. So say hi.
Okay. So
The
this
grenade,
is
use the
administer
impact mode.
chems minor action.
Yep. And that's 1d4, I think, something like that.
I think
I
it
don't
straight
have it
heals you
open in
4
front.
hit points.
Yes.
And no roll required. You just
4
you
hit
get
points.
4 hit points
Yeah,
back.
okay. Yay.
And
He
that's
yells
a
at
minor action?
I'm
yes. He tells MJ to hands one to MJ because he was gut shot pretty good and he was damaged and barely until Jade can get to you, and then it's a major action. Can he attack?
Yes, he's got a line of sight on Jacob, the floor boss.
Jade would be in my line of sight. He wouldn't necessarily fire at that, her, him, them.
No, but that would be more difficult because you
Nope,
are...
he's shooting the one that has the grenade so people can run.
That is a hit. Where'd you hit him? The head. Of course it's the head. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yep, okay. That's 6 energy damage to the head. He takes the hit.
What the fuck is his head made of? You hear Freddy yelling.
Jade, you are in the middle of a tussle, but you, or in fact anyone, could do a intelligence medicine check. DC 2. I should say anyone who can actually see Jacob. Oh, there we go. Jade, you have success. Jade, you realize that the only way that a human person could take 2 shots to the head is either someone who has been specially bred to in a similar way to how you have heard some vaults have done that, and or if somebody takes a hell of a lot of psycho.
Both options are available.
Yeah, psycho is a chem in the wasteland. It's been around for decades and decades and decades. Used to send people into a frenzy, a psychotic rage, where they won't necessarily feel the effects of damage like other people will. And for him to have taken 2 shots of plasma shots to the head, that has to be what's going on, unless he is some kind of genetically modified mutant thing of some description. So yeah, I think that was the end of Freddy's turn. So, Augusta.
I'm going to try and kick or punch that grenade up to the end of hallway 3.
Are you sure? Because Miss Nanny is right there with a chainsaw.
Miss Nanny could do it. I'm going to have Miss Nanny do it. She could possibly even carry it and lob it.
Okay, so I guess that's basically an attack with a chainsaw. I think is the closest to that you could roll from from the Miss Nanny.
I'm just opening Miss Nanny's sheet because I didn't have that one ready.
You know, I thought, oh, that's a shame.
Oh dear, that was 0 successes.
That's a shame. Yep. Miss Nanny says, "How dare you endanger this child? Huzzah!" And spins around and tries to knock the grenade out of Jacob's hand. Misses. And instead cuts up a bit of the corpse of the third floor psycho that you killed earlier instead.
I don't suppose I can have a push it with a minor action, can I?
Tell you what, you could have assisted that, so I'm going to say roll a d20. And if you get 10 or under, you... Oh shit, okay. This changes things.
Crit success.
So, let's see where the grenade ends up. I'm going to borrow a rule on the direction of where the ball would go in Blood Bowl. For this, because I don't think the Fallout game has that. So, 1.
I had no idea you played Blood Bowl. This is hilarious.
6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you got so lucky. The grenade is thrown into apartment 45 in the fire and explodes.
I'm right there next to it.
Yeah, you're fine because grenade only affects the entirety of the zone it's in. But
All right.
the fire
It
has
is a fragmentation
intensified
thing, not a fire.
in that room.
Was it a fire thing? I thought it was like a fragmentation grenade.
Yeah, it's a fragmentation grenade, but it's also the force of the explosion catapulted fire all over the walls. So now the walls are also on fire. So the fire is now worse. I'd say that you're going to have trouble if the combat goes on for longer than like another round. So
Yikes.
basically you have a full round. Carl starts the next round and you got everyone goes again. And if at the end of that, this is not going to be good. The fire is spreading. Jade. You are where you are. What would you like to do?
Well, if you won't back down, I have to swing again.
Okay. You hit. Roll for damage. Oh,
7.
wow. Okay. Yeah, you kill him. Yeah. So, again, you pull your bat back. You go, thwack! I'm assuming you're aiming for the head because you got Pit Boy, and that's free.
Yep.
And his neck bends in a way that you can describe with lots of various medical jargon that you've learned over your hundreds of years of being a doctor. To everyone else, they would describe it as horrible and gross. A bit of a spine is poking out the side of his neck. He's just dead. He collapsed to the floor. He is donezo. Oh, sorry, just moving there. There we go. Right. So, yeah. You've still got a minor action.
And if it's only a minor action to take a stim pack, I am going to do that.
Do it.
From my own inventory, so you don't have to change that too. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, I would like you to roll perception, but just perception. So just roll 1d20. Just roll, yeah. Nope, you don't hear it. Okay. Augusta, you hear the elevator being pulled up. You only roll the one dice, so your critical is that you know which direction the elevator is going. But the people who are in charge of the elevator.
Wait a second. I didn't get a critical there. I spelled that wrongly, so it just said 1. My roll was 13, so don't give me that benefit.
Oh, okay. Well, I just did, so fuck it.
Fair.
Well, Carl just squeaked in. So Carl, you hear the elevator going, but you don't know which direction it's going.
Okay.
And now it is your turn, Carl. The fire in front of you is raging. It is going to spread very soon. You are.
Thank you, three-eyed cat.
Am I appropriately soaked yet?
Yeah, you took a major action last turn and essentially had a bath in the sink. So you're about as wet as you're going to get under the circumstances. And of course, General Isaacs and Sniff did help out. Sniff just by licking you a bit. So not really much help, but you love Sniff. Sniff's great.
Thank you, Three-Eyed Cat, for the save Carl assistance there.
Reroll.
Thank you very much, Three-Eyed Cat.
All right, I'm going to try not to pull my token on the Twitch screen and instead on the Roll20 screen. There we go. And run back out into the hallway.
Will your companions follow?
Well, they are not soaked yet.
Okay, so you used a major action to make that move because you moved 2 zones.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't fire at anything, but your companions can move for free if you so choose. So they will go through a fire, and you need to do a roll. Now, how am I going to do this? So, I know what to do. Yeah, I know what to do. Okay. I'm going to...
Can I do a fire dance in like a Vampire the Masquerade and roll like agility plus athletics?
I can already tell you without a roll, your fire dance has no effect. Because
we need a rain dance for the elves, not a fire dance.
I'm just going to do a roll that I'm kind of making up on the spot. Oh shit! All right. Okay, Carl.
Yes.
The bad news is that mechanically, the fire rolled a 1, and another success. So the fire hit you. The water raised your defense by 1, so it needed 2 successes to hit you at all, and it got 3 because of the critical. So you take 2 energy damage, and that is persistent. You are on fire. You will get 2 fire damage every turn for this turn and the following 2 turns.
Unless you put it out, right?
Yes, unless you take a major action to put yourself out.
Okay.
Could have been so much worse. Like, this could have been so much worse. I take it General Isaacs and Sniff will not be running through the fire to join you.
No, they will soak themselves first because they're not dumb. Well, Sniff wouldn't understand necessarily, but I'm sure Isaacs can figure that out. Okay, can I punch the fire back since it punched me?
You used your major action to move 2 zones.
I'm kidding. Okay, so I have 2 persistent damage.
Yeah.
Do you have an energy defense?
Yes, except on my head, which is where all my damage is being taken currently.
Oh, your hair's on fire. Oh.
Yeah.
Carl is getting quite
it's
warm.
not great.
The subtitle of this episode on Twitch is coming very, very true.
Carl's hot. That's what it is.
Next it is Floor Boss. He has not noticed that his friend has run away. The grenade, his big final revenge, has been thwarted. So he is just going to try and punch the shit out of Augusta again with the butt of his hunting rifle. Haha. Okay, yeah, he hit. He is hit. And where is he hit? He has hit 19. He's hit your right leg. He's just kicking your right leg, just being like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And yeah, so he's going to roll 3 damage dice. Oh, that's not great. You get hit for 4 damage on your right leg, which I'm pretty sure Power Armor is going to swallow up. Okay. Floor Psycho, number 2. I'm going to do a quick roll. Yeah, he's gone. You don't know where he's gone? He's just gone. That's it. He's left. He's left the fight. He's out. Or at least he's left your line of sight, so you assume that he is definitely left for at least a time being, possibly forever, because his boss was about to blow up himself with a grenade. So, Freddy, it's your go.
Freddy is going to step out, look at the situation. Is the elevator visibly moving?
It's a little hard to see because it is still a bit dark.
And smoky now
and
and everything,
smoky.
but there is a...
But, yeah, I'm going to say that, yeah, because you're quite close. You can see that the wire is moving.
One is only a minor action to move, and then he's just going to reach up using his pistol again. He's done.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, he definitely hits. And 10
nice.
physical
10
energy damage on the head. That's just 10 damage, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You define whether it's whatever his lowest resistance is.
Well, you're hitting in the head. He's got nothing on his head now. He tore off the one protection he had to reveal himself because he's not very smart. You'd think he would
He's
be.
so far taking 16 points of damage to his head, so there can't be much left.
I don't think you need a
22.
medical check to know this. His head is really fucked up. His brain is still intact, weirdly, but he's not got that much of a face left at this point. He's not doing okay. All right, Jade, it's your go.
If I have any more movement back, he's going to duck back into the room.
Did you move this turn or not? Was that your
I
first
moved
move?
into the room to. Oh no, I can shoot from one room. No, he wouldn't have moved just to shoot. So then, no, he would have just stood in the doorway. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. You try to take a swing at
Wait.
Jacob.
Wait, I just need to see if I have. Nope, that's. Yeah, I swing and miss.
That you do. You swing and you miss. Okay, so what happens now is I'm going to do a roll. Again, borrowing the rules from Games Workshop's Blood Bowl. See,
By the way,
yeah?
and of course I shouldn't mention this because it will come back to bite me, but I did take 6 damage earlier, right?
Oh yeah, you have an injury. And you know what?
Yeah.
So does Jacob. He took that to the head, so he has a head injury. He's got +2. He's got +2 difficulty to everything he does when it comes to perception, including hitting people. Where did you take that damage?
If I remember correct, it was the left arm.
Okay. Thank you for being honest. I would have missed that because I forgot. Injury, left arm. What does this do to you? I didn't add that to the sheet. My DM screen is missing vital information. I am not good at making DM screens, it turns out.
We just have to make you macros.
I've heard that name for a thing so many times in my life, and I have no idea what it means.
One thing controlling many small things.
Oh. Okay. I believe this basically breaks your arm and you can't use it. So if you're using a two-handed weapon, you can't do that anymore. But there might be something else. Let me just double check that.
For now, that should work. Swing away with one hand.
I don't think baseball bats are a two-handed. Do they? Does your baseball bat have the two-handed quality by any chance?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you can't use that weapon anymore.
Yep.
You drop any object held in that hand, and the arm is broken or otherwise unable to move. You cannot perform any actions using that arm by itself or alongside your other arm. So yeah, if your baseball bat, you drop it on the floor because you were holding your baseball bat with that hand, and even though it was two-handed.
Yep.
Then he died because she...
Okay.
But I'm assuming since Jacob didn't got his injury either, so it haven't affected the attacks until now. Can we take the effect from now and not in what's it called, retroactive?
Yeah, because that would just be too much work. I screwed that up, so yeah. You get a break. You get a break this time. Okay. So the fire is now spreading towards Miss Nanny, Jacob, Augusta, and
Hang on, did I
Carl.
miss a turn there? Did I do something and forget about it?
Oh no, we just Jade was talking about something that happened in the past. And
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, Freddie just went. Oh yeah, Augusta, it's your go.
I should do something about this guy who keeps kicking me in the leg. I'm going to kick him back with power armor.
Haha. All right, I
Kick
think
him
that's
into
an
apartment
unarmed
45.
strike. Big fat success. So you are you are punching him in the leg. Left or right?
Whichever one he's been kicking me in.
I'm going to say it was his left leg because it doesn't make much difference. So
Sure.
6 physical damage down to 4. Jacob then crumples to the floor, screaming and yelling, and he is lying on the floor, still alive.
Can I direct Miss Nanny's buzzsaw towards him?
You just did that. That would be an attack. That would be a major action. So you
Oh, yeah,
can't
good point.
do
No, I can't do that then.
Miss Nanny can do pretty much any minor action at this point, except aim. I think it is.
She couldn't be any help with the fire, I don't think.
She can draw items. She can interact with items. I mean, ask her to help with the fire.
Help with the fire, please, Miss Nanny.
I'm sorry, I don't have that attachment. I'm not going to even make that count as a minor action. I just thought
it would be
funny.
embarrassing if we got to the end of this and it turned out Miss Nanny could have put out the fire and I didn't try it.
Yeah, well now you know. See, you still got a minor action that she can do. Minor actions list. Take chem, although in Miss Nanny's case this would be take a robot repair pack kit, which I don't even know if you've got any.
And I don't think she needs it right now. She hasn't taken damage as far as I know.
She can move. She can interact with equipment or environment objects in a simple way, like opening a door or pushing a button or picking something up or something like that.
Or use a fire extinguisher.
Are there any visible fire extinguishers?
Ah, great. I can't believe that only 2 people have asked that in this entire fight. Augusta, I need you to roll a... Oh, I got it written down on my notes. Of course I do. This is not the usual roll. Perception survival, DC 1. There is not a fire extinguisher in this hallway.
Okay.
You confirm that in the entire hallway, all the hallway spots, there is no fire extinguisher. So, yeah, at this point, the combat is you fighting the fire. However, you hear the elevator stop. And behind you, 8 people of various shapes and sizes, humans, ghouls, man, woman, and everything else, all wearing what appear to be ski hockey masks, like those goalies wear, the one that like what Jason would wear. And they all run in, and in the center of them is a fairly petite woman, all dressed in dark leathers, leather jacket, leather trousers, leather boots. And she is also wearing a hockey mask. And she points at the fire and says, "Out!" And some guys at the back you didn't see before run in and they pour massive wheelie bin size, like basically wheelie bins of water over the fire in front of you and in apartment 45 and put that out. She's the petite woman spies the fire at the back and says, "Get more." And the two guys run into the elevator and hit the side, and the elevator goes up. She walks forward, and the eight other people in hockey masks are pointing various weapons at you all. Shotguns, laser rifles. One of them even appears to have an anti-material sniper rifle, which is the signature weapon of people that are very, very long way away that I don't think any of you will have met recently, so you wouldn't know that. Okay, anyway. Vincent might know what I'm talking about there. But yeah.
Yep.
So she steps forward and just says, "Who started this?"
The one over there, pointing to the dead body on the floor. Molotov cocktail.
She spots Jacob on the floor, who is, beyond all reason, still alive and just gurgling with what is left of his face, and said, and the woman just steps forward and says, "Who is that?"
I look at Augusta. I vaguely recognize him. What was his name again?
I can't remember his name, but he was the kid of the overseer at my vault.
Jacob.
Oh, Jacob. That's what he said his name was.
That's Jacob? Vault Jacob?
Well, what's left? Well, what's left of him?
Are you saying
Another
his
one
people
ran
stepped
up
up
in
first? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
It might be that this one, the dead one, started it, but he's the boss. Jacob is definitely the one
Who ordered it?
Yeah.
Seems they made a deal with your elevator crew, because this wasn't the room we were supposed to be, our floor we were supposed to be taken to.
She looks at you, Freddy. You can't really see. Well, you think she's looking at you because her face is facing you, but she's wearing a big, heavy hockey mask. Then the hockey mask turns and faces Augusta. It then faces Carl. It then faces the Miss Nanny, who says, "Hello, Mom." She looks back at Augusta, Carl, and Freddy and says, "How'd you have a robot?" They all left.
We picked her up in Quincy on the way here.
Huh. She walks forward and takes a look at Jade. She gets really, really close to Jade's face, as close as she can from where she is.
Would it
And then she
be okay if I
grabs the
fix this?
Sorry?
And he pointed to his arm. He was just, is it okay if I try to fix this and point down to his limb arm?
You're a doctor?
Yeah.
Then doctor, go doctor. She walks back and kneels down over Jacob's gurgling, still alive head and lifts it up and bangs it against the floor and says, "Jacob, you dumb motherfucker. You dumb motherfucker. Burn my tower down now." She stands up. "As much as I would like to have different rules, we have 2 rules in this place. You step on someone, and you lose, that's it. And the second is you belong to the one who turned you away. So it's up to you what you do with what's left of this fuck. But
And anything he was carrying and anything that is his, correct?
So you're the jackal of the crew. All right, yeah. Yeah, you can empty his pockets, but I will say, no sick shit. If you're going to kill him, you kill him fast.
That's up to Augusta. I'll let her take care of her.
The 8 people who have been holding guns on you this whole time step forward at this, and she says, if you're going to kill him, you kill him fast. You can let him go, you let him go. Those are your options. We don't do sick, twisted, and unusual here. Clear?
Very.
Crystal.
She steps back.
Now, one of the gentlemen ran down the hall, and I believe he's in the last apartment. Are we allowed to reconcile with him?
Think you guys have done enough to my building. She signals the 3 of the guys that are holding guns on you and just points down the hallway, and they run away down the hallway. You then hear lots of gunshots and someone screaming. Yeah. Make your move. Are you keeping him? Are you ending him?
Augusta, make a decision.
I'm thinking, I don't know who this... If I leave him, he's going to keep coming, isn't he?
You hear Jacob just go...
Going to shoot him in the head.
If you don't, I
I take it from that roll you intend to shoot him in the head. There's no need to do a roll for this because, yeah, you're right next to him. You're shooting him in the head at point blank range, and he's dead. His head explodes.
I don't feel great about it, but there's not a lot of... If I leave him, he'll keep coming, or other people will keep coming.
The elevator comes down again, and the two people in the hockey masks have gone back with their big wheelie bins full of water. They run to the end of the hallway and douse the fire. The fire is now out. The petite woman in the leather, lifts up the hockey mask and reveals a fairly scarred... Was once you could describe as pretty. I think the word you would describe her face... elfish? Sort of... yeah. But that is now been heavily, heavily scarred. To the point where if you were seeing her from very far away, you might have mistaken her for a ghoul. But she is in fact not a ghoul. And she just says, right. I need to talk to you. We need to clear this out. I need to talk to you, points at Freddy. I need to talk to you, points at Augusta. I definitely got to talk to you with the fucking bow and arrow, pointing at Carl. Turns around. I need to talk to you, the super mutant fucking doctor.
Well, time is money, of course.
Are you seriously saying that to me right now?
Well, you haven't introduced yourself. Allow me. I am Freddie Holmes. And this is the Arts are my companions, and as we travel.
Huh. Okay then. Pleasure to meet you.
And you are?
I'm Betsy,
And
and
he
I
holds on
run
it.
this fucking place.
It is a lovely place, Betsy, though you seem to have some people staying here who, well, troublesome, as he looks at the corpses.
Well, I won't be bothering you anymore. But you seem to be misunderstanding me. The people holding guns on you step forward.
It's a pleasure to accompany you. But
no, you're
as you
coming
said, we
upstairs,
get
otherwise you stay here. Understand?
Oh, Yes, but you haven't allowed us to make our claim on what's here, and if we don't, it's
I don't
lost.
give a fuck.
It's
You're
your
getting in
rules.
that elevator right now. Get in the fucking
He,
elevator.
he has been walking.
If you don't get in the elevator in the next 5 seconds, I'm going to tell my men to shoot you dead.
I'm already in the elevator.
He's
Yeah,
been
I'm
walking
following.
with her.
My men will look after your friends. She's referring to General Isaacs, Sniff, Miss Nanny, and Olivia and Mikey J. Essentially, only the player characters.
Mikey, if you get a chance, go take care of Timo. And Freddy will follow, of course.
She says to the men who are still remaining on the floor, right, I want you two clean this place up. You go up to the roof and find out who the fuck put these people on this floor for this bullshit. And you lot, pointing to the rest of them, you should come with me. Come with me. Everyone gets in the elevator. The guns are still pointed at you, and you feel it lift up.
Freddy or Mikey is hurt?
I'm sorry?
Yes, Freddy will be reloading his gun while they're there staring at him.
Is Freddy hurt?
Yes, but he's not worried about that at this time.
Okay, is Mikey hurt?
Yeah, I don't have hit points on his sheet, so no.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick scene change. Because, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, there's his damage at somewhere. He took a thing before, so actually he is at full health after he took a stim pack earlier.
Okay.
I'm down a little bit, but not my concern at the moment. It's surviving the next few minutes.
So while we have been talking and Freddy have been introducing us, Jade will have fixed his own arm up,
I saw the rolls.
splintered it,
You
something,
are good.
and yeah, it was just for the viewers, and we'll have bandage Carl's head up. Silent and efficiently.
Remember to leave air holes. That's very important.
It's my arm that's broken, not my head this time.
I mean, Carl's.
Yeah.
All right. So you are moving up Monofonta Towers. You do not have time to heal anyone at this point after you have bandaged Freddy's head, as you are going up a mere 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. You quickly surmise that the fire was obviously seen from outside, and these people have absolutely come to your rescue. You arrive on the top floor, and Freddy, you know this place a little well. You've been here before. This is the bar called 7th Hell, because it is on the 7th floor. You exit the elevator, and any sign that this was apartment is long gone. It is now a dirty, dingy bar. It's got an impressive collection of various scavenged pre-war alcohols, as well as many bottles that have words on them like blood curdle and sawdust fucker and all sorts of other strange names. Betsy, who is the woman who identified herself as Betsy, walks in and says, "Get the fuck out, all of you." And the 4 people who are there drinking make their exit into the elevator behind you, which goes down. In the bar in front of you, you see the bar, all of the drinks obviously, a few tables and chairs that have been scavenged from all sorts of places. And you see a pool table. On the pool table, there is a male human body. Betsy walks over to the body, looks at him for a second, and then walks behind the bar, pulls out 4 shot glasses, and starts pouring a liquid into all 4. and says, "Sit down. There are 4 bar stools at the bar. What would you like to do?"
Wipe
What
off the bar stool and then sit down.
I'm not sure I can sit down in power armor, can I?
Maybe you should take it
I
off.
want to see
Lon.
you.
Maybe you should take it off.
It's a thought. I'll do that.
What about the rest of our group, our companions and stuff like that?
Oh, that'll
She
be
said
fine.
that
That'll be
they would.
fine. I've got my people to send them to the Up One hotel.
Okay.
You better meet them there later. They'll be fine.
That was me asking, not Jade. But yep.
So I take it you all sit down.
Yeah.
Okay. She pushes forward the drinks and says, "Drink." She does this behind. And her men step forward.
Aren't you going to drink with us?
No, I don't
You
drink
said she
with
only
her.
poured 4.
I don't. My really bad
don't drink?
Boston accent is failing me. I don't drink. I don't drink with people like you, Freddie.
People like me. What does that mean? Honest, trustworthy businessmen?
I know who you all are.
Well, I figured that much.
You're the Vault Dweller. And you're the Doctor Mutant. You are the group at Diamond City. And some fucked up fucking Vault Dwellers have put contracts out on. And everything. My Boston accent has failed me. I've been practicing that for about 2 hours today and it's fucking gone on me. Apologies, it's still Betsy. I just... Boston accent's really hard when you're not a trained actor. Or have ever done any accent before. Try again. Boston. Wicked smart. There it is. Everything I've heard about you has been awful. You start some...
I'm sure you've only heard one side of the story.
Shut
but
the fuck up, Freddie. He stole some tech, caused a war, he killed hundreds of people. The railroad is gone because of you. The Brotherhood are gone because of you. Dr. Life is dead at your hand. She looks down. If this was any other time, I would kill you all and sell your corpses to the highest bidder. But there might be only people in the wasteland who can help me win this war.
Tell us more about this war. I've heard that the Institute is behind it.
The Institute? You... Oh, God, should have expected the guy with a fucking bow and arrow to not know a goddamn thing about anything. Who has a bow and arrow in this world?
He's actually pretty good with it.
Shut the fuck up, Freddie.
And he's just sipping on his shot, just a little at a time.
Do you know who Monderosa Jones was?
Do we, Overseer?
Freddie might have heard the name. Actually, is there a role for this? No, not really. Carl and Freddie might have. It depends on yeah, no, Freddie, you definitely have heard the name Monderosa Jones. You've been told by Zeb that he is the man who owns and runs Monofonto Towers. Carl, you're a ranger, you would know that too. Jade and Augusta, probably not. He united the gangs. He united the Southie boys. He united the fuck lobsters. He united the Blades. He united some people who were calling themselves the Khans, but they weren't the Khans. Khans are out fucking out west. Fucking cultural appropriation. That what that was. We used to fight out of his towers. He came along and he made peace. And all it took was him saying, "You don't make peace with your friends." She walks over to the pool table and starts shouting, "This was a man!" And those fuckers, a good neighbour, killed him. We're going to war. But I don't know what is a good neighbour anymore. I don't know if it's synths. I don't know if it's humans. I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it's John fucking Hancock and his stupid fucking cunting hat. I want you to go find out what's going on there. I want you to go there and I want you to get inside. I want you to tell me everything about their defences. I want you to tell me how many of them there are. I want you to tell me if they're synths or whether it's John Hancock and his... Oof. I want you to go in there all friendly and all smiley. Because you're known quantities around here. You are known quantities. And you're the only people that I can send who I know for sure they won't think I sent. Get me?
You have to look at it from a certain angle, but it makes sense.
I get you.
Anyone can make a charisma speech check, not because you're saying anything, but because you are essentially you are analysing Betsy's speech. DC 3.
A speech perception, speech charisma. What did you say?
It's a perception speech, I should say. You're right, perception speech. That's what I had written down, but it became charisma speech because I asked for a lot of those.
Perception.
Oh.
Speech.
Mine isn't very good, and
Jay's
Freddie's
the only
kind of
one who
nailed it,
got
so I'm
it.
not going to bother.
Oh no, that was medicine intelligence from a while ago. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, is there one more? Augusta, are you rolling or are you just going to not bother?
I didn't think I was going to get anything worthwhile.
Fair enough. Okay. She's very, very angry. This is a very, very angry woman. She is angry at the death of Monderosa Jones, clearly. That's all you're getting for that.
Now, if you want us to do this, I'm sure that you're, besides, the usual claim is I'm going to let you live, but what are you willing to give us?
I don't fucking believe you. I don't think you understand what it's about. And at that point, you all feel cold, round metal on the back of your heads. You're doing this. I'm going to have to clean up your brains off my lovely bar. Even you, mutant. Mate.
Oh, we had no problem with doing it. I'm just saying you need to give us some, what are we getting paid? I mean, we could go there and just tell them everything you hear.
Existence in the Commonwealth is your fee.
So many people are already threatening us with that, Betsy. It's nothing new.
She looks up at the person pointing the gun at your head, Freddy, and nods. And he brings the weapon down on your right hand. It is an automatic hit. And you take... yeah. I should have had the sheet earlier. Open earlier. No, stop. So, yeah. Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted to do. You take 3 damage on your hand as he brings it down, and then immediately, almost faster than you could think, the gun barrels return to the back of your head.
You know nothing about proper negotiations as he's holding his hand.
Up, Freddy. My God, Freddy. I'm going to kill all your friends and you if you say another word. One more word. Now, here's what's going to happen. My associates are going to be with you every step of your time here at Monofonto Towers. I'm not putting you in a cell. You probably have to go shopping to get ready for what you're about to do for me. And tonight, you're going to sleep at the Up One Hotel with your friends and tell them what your job is now. And tomorrow morning, I'm sending you out. And you'll have 24 hours to report back here with the information I want. If you do not return, we will hunt you. We'll find you. And we will kill you. Do you understand? Freddy, just nod or shake your head. Don't say another fucking word.
Freddy shrugs.
I understand, ma'am. I understand perfectly.
Good. I don't know who you are just because you went with these pricks 9 months ago. You seem like good people, Carl.
I try to be.
I heard what you did to Russ Chain. We may only have 2 or 3 rules here. Well, 2 rules. But we don't do that. We don't do what he does. That ain't us. But you threw your lot in with these fucking people who have left bodies and death and distraction everywhere they went. So you're with them now. You're just as much as responsible as they are, as I see it. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Very well.
The men behind you lower their weapons, grab you, and throw you off the stools and march you to the lift, to the elevator.
I'm taking my armor.
Sorry?
I'm taking my armor.
I don't want your fucking armor.
Damn right you don't.
But just remember, we ain't going to be your next victims, Augusta.
That depends, really, doesn't it?
Guess it does. That made us smile a little bit.
Jay might try to say something to the equivalent of that if we help her with this, like, of course it's worth our life, but will that mean that they don't give us over for the bounty afterwards too?
If you do right, yeah, now it's becoming fucking Cockney. Jesus. I'm going to work on this fucking accent. I'm going to nail this Boston accent for next week. I'm going to practice every fucking day. If you do it right, you're square here. You can come and go as you please, same rights as everyone else. But you have to understand how fucking generous I am being after all the shit I heard about you.
Ma'am, I don't want to waste your time, but we
Then
will
get
do
the
this
fuck
job.
out.
And I hope we can tell you how it actually went down later. I never shot anyone who wasn't pointing a gun at me.
Carl doesn't say anything, but he is clearly very unimpressed with the arrangement.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't feel good role-playing this character. Anyway, sorry. Don't ruin the tone or the rhythm, right?
Are we in the elevator
Now
yet? And the
get
door's
in your
shut.
fucking armor and get the fuck out of here. So
We are getting the fuck out of here.
So you are flanked by 4 men. No, not 4 men. You're flanked by 2 men and 2 women. One of them's a ghoul. They put their hockey mask back on. And one of them just says, "What floor?"
1 up hotel.
Floor 1 up. It is then. He hits the side once, and you are lowered down to the up 1 hotel.
Let's see the map.
It is now early evening. I know that we are coming up to the end of our time, but I'll say this now. One of the guards said, "Yeah, you aren't, well, you kind of are our prisoner, but you're kind of not. So if you want to go shopping, buy guns, buy whatever the fuck it is Monty's selling, or fuck it, buy some jet from Professor Doctor, or whatever, you can do that. We're going to be watching you every step. Because you ain't going to do a runner on us. Understand?"
We understand.
All right.
And why would we run when you've been such gracious hosts?
He just
Jade,
stares,
can you
he just
fix
stares
my
at you,
arm?
Freddy, for way too long.
Just shut
If
up.
you're
I will
gonna
fix your arm
stare, you
first.
should at least buy me a drink first and talk to me about it.
He turns around to the rest of the group and says, "This fucking asshole's going to get you all killed.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm actually giving you good advice here. You understand that it's a very tense situation. We're about to go to war, and in comes a group of mass murderers and a guy with a bow and arrow.
We were
What do you
supposed
think
to be
was gonna
just passing
fucking happen?
through.
Yeah, next you're gonna tell me we're worth 1 billion caps.
No, you're all worth 5,000 caps to that prick in the fucking vault because he underpays on his contracts. Mayor McDonough of Diamond City was going to pay 20,000 caps for all of you. Well, not you, Carl.
Now, is that each or individual or all as a group?
Freddy, one word more and I will not heal you. Please excuse him. We understand.
There's a reason we don't usually bring our irrepressible bargainer into tense situations like this.
So
I was bartering just fine. She wouldn't listen.
This isn't how
She's crazy.
This is a different kind of deal completely.
So you arrive.
Fine, let's go shopping then and get some food.
You arrive on the floor of the Up One hotel, and the one guy from the only one of Betsy's people who has actually talked to you like a human being, just says, "All right, get out, go meet your people, tell them what's going on, and when if you want to go somewhere else, come back here." And he lights up the cigarette, and then shares it with the others. They all take 2 puffs each and pass it round. Freddy, you all stayed here before, for sure. On a good run, found some good salvage. You'll be able to afford a pretty nice setup here for you and the rest of your family when you're on runs. You approach, and Tyrese, the bellhop, is standing at a podium and just says, "I thought better of you, Freddy."
What have I done now?
He leans over and spits on the floor at Augusta's feet.
You've heard the rumors. You shouldn't trust everything you hear. And by the way, the mayor said that we're supposed to get the best rooms.
You fucking joking, Freddie? By the way, rate's gone up. Just for you. Not 30 caps for. It's not 30 caps anymore. It's 300.
I guess I'll go talk to whatever the place where Timo is.
Clickety clacks.
Yeah, clickety clacks. I don't. Oh, there it is. Well, I guess I will go see about staying with at clickety clacks then, since you're going to be this way.
I won't
Don't
complain.
worry.
The guys at the elevator step forward, and the one who was talking to me was like, "Not gonna happen. You're staying in one place where we can keep a fucking eye on you."
Then you pay the 300 caps that they're charging. Or get the mayor to play it.
Who's
She's the one who said we had.
Who's the mayor?
Oh,
We don't have a mayor.
Betsy.
We're not Diamond fucking City with their airs and fucking graces. We're motherfucking towers, motherfucker. We don't do mayors. We don't do kings. We don't do dukes.
You
We
have a
Ponderosa.
leader,
Now
whatever,
we have
Betsy. Yes.
You will show her
Betsy's
respect.
towers. I have shown her all the respect she has shown me.
Because holds his hands up. This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Yeah, it's he never shuts up. Just get used to it.
He's been hit on the head a lot lately.
Tyrese, can we please just get them in this fucking room? All right, we'll sort you out the 300 later. You win, Freddie. You win. You've haggled me down. They get the room on Betsy's tab. All right. Tyrese just says, for her it's free. You know that. He said, and the guy says, much obliged. Go tell your fucking friends. If you want to go shopping, back here.
See, that was easily done. You just have to know when buttons to push and when, he says to Michael.
You walk down the corridor and you go to the end and you see all of your companions are sat in one of the apartments. They all know there's something very, very weird and bad has just happened, and they look at you and you look at them.
We're fucked.
And on that,
We'll fill you in on the details later.
And on that upbeat bombshell, that is tonight's session of Fallout. It never fucking changes. I'm going to practice my Boston accent for 2 hours a day, every day. It's 2 hours I thought would be enough to at least muddle through. But no, I'm not an actor. But I figured somebody, at least one time when we were playing a game set in Boston, had to try it.
It's good that you tried. I'm really impressed that you tried.
Yeah.
I need to work on my Scottish and British ones to help impress you guys. So. Roll your eyes.
Don't make me send the Tartan army after you.
I thought you were an Illinois man, Tim.
No, I am a cheesehead, Wisconsin, up near Green Bay, Lake Michigan.
Oh, Chicago's on like the other side of Lake Michigan, right?
No, I'm on that side of Lake Michigan, on the Chicago side, but go about 150 miles north of Chicago. Up on
Someone in chat just wrote, "Go Packers."
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is you're in this direction.
Yeah. Now, most people at least know where the Green Bay Packers are if you follow football, or at least where the Lake Michigan is. So I live just under the thumb in Wisconsin. So
I know one of the teams has like a pirate for their logo.
okay, not even close. Tampa Bay.
American football
All right.
is like one of the few like American cultural things that hasn't made it into the UK and infected everyone. Like that's
It's in a bit. There's
That's
people who
not
like it and
true.
see it. Yeah, some people like it.
Because UK is the only country outside US where they play an American football game.
And one of our other players went to the last one, so I have to.
Yeah.
that's wild. I didn't know that. I mean, it's me just making grand claims about culture and to the world, and it was all wrong.
Yeah, but
And the Green Bay Packers, where Tim is from, is called the Cheeseheads. They have like the yellow
the cheese hat.
Yeah.
Cheese-shaped wedge heads, and
That's a very
big dairy
nickname.
state. Well,
Do we
we're
have
a
any
big
plugs
dairy
and
state.
Sorry?
So,
Do we have any plugs or raids before we end the stream?
Yeah, that's what I was,
Yes,
I was getting.
I
trying to
could
fail
raid.
to
We need to plug Rivers of London on Tuesday, and I think Tim, you've got something for Saturday.
Saturdays is going to be the premiere of Dragonbane. It's going to be a small group of players entering into the Misty Vale. So,
And at least one mod who may be slightly anemic, but I'll be there.
yeah, don't worry, we'll get through it.
Yeah, you'll be good.
All right, well,
And I guess Fallout next Friday. So what day? Sunday.
Sunday.
Next Sunday. Further Fallout.
yeah, that's going to be interesting. I wonder what's going to happen.
Hopefully we end up going to another place, destroy that city, and then come back and destroy this city because she pissed me off. And she hurt my hand.
Honestly.
This is not going to help her reputation one bit. It doesn't work if you kill everyone because they've got the wrong idea about you killing everyone. I know.
It does if you kill enough of them.
Yeah, if we just leave 9 people alive, that'll be fine. No. I have a raid ready for when we're done.
All right, well, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes.
I just found I found his threat humorous. We're going to track you down and kill you. How many other people are already doing that? What's one more?
And also, like, you know that we've killed lots of people, and lots of people are trying to track us. So why do you think that's a threat?
You did pass like 200 people in the courtyard who are heavily armed, training with loads of weapons given to them by Zeb, the super mutant gun runner, who you know is one of the best gun runners in the post-apocalyptic United States.
Oh, I understand our situation, but once we're out, we don't necessarily have to come back. But that's neither here nor there. That's for next week.
You're going to have some very interesting chats in the Discord this week. But
it'd be amazing if there's some place that we can stay on the way back to Edinburgh, rather than just like scorch everything.
If all the enemies are gone, we have protected Edinburgh.
Right. It's 9 o'clock on the dot, guys. We've got to call it quits there.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.